What's up, everyone? Christian Duke, the Iron Duke, speaks. Today's Thursday, June 28th. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I want to talk about my upcoming article at ironmagazine.com. You know, for many years, we've heard that Dorian sort of pushed Lee Haney out. Even Dorian said it on some of his videos. He said that in 1991, Lee saw the writing on the wall. He saw the future before his eyes. Guys, I don't know if I really believe that or not. It sounds like awesome tale, but I don't. I think what happened was Lee Haney broke every single record and retired. He retired at a younger age after winning 8 Mr. Olympias than Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, and Phil Heath at the height of their Olympia reigns. That's just a little food for thought. So make sure to check out that article this weekend at ironmagazine.com. I also want to talk a little bit about Iron Mag and how we've changed our shows a little bit. Beast Coast Live, I've given them my night, Tuesday night. So now we've got two live shows a week at Iron Mag TV. We've got Greg Valentino Live on Mondays. And then we got Beast Coast Live on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both at Iron Mag Labs on Facebook Live. Jessica Reyes Padilla, who does a fantastic job. Jessica Padilla is going to be on Wednesdays, but she's going to be on a pre-recorded video. Like myself, I've also given up my live show because last week I came to a realization. I spent like 7 minutes out of my live show, out of the 56 minutes I was live, and I had to tell people I can't talk right now, guys. I'm sharing the group. I'm sharing the video all around. Because with Facebook, you share the graphic in the morning or the afternoon, but when you're actually live, you want to share that as well, because then anybody that sees it, they can click on it and watch. And if they want to go to a different page within Facebook, the video kind of follows along and stays on the side, a very non-intrusive fashion, which makes Facebook, honestly, so much more attractive to me as a marketing director and Iron Mag as a publishing house than, say, YouTube or something else in that capacity. However, YouTube is very big. There's different demographics. YouTube's very big with Spanish people, and it's also really big with a lot of the millennials. And Facebook is, again, getting really big with Gen Xers like myself and people that are a little bit older and people that I think also do a lot of buying in the supplement field. So, also Twitter for that. I think eventually Twitter, they had a quarterly report recently where they had zero growth, and that kind of, I think, turned a lot of people off to Twitter, but we may do something there at some point. Nothing like Facebook or YouTube, but at some point we may do something there. Beast Coast Live is a fantastic show. In fact, Chris Griffin is my go-to guy now. So whenever I need to bounce an idea off or I want some input, ultimately I make the decision as marketing director, but I like to check with my folks, with my hosts and that, and Chris is going to be my go-to guy. So if I have an idea about something, if I want to do something, I'm going to ask Chris what he thinks about it, and that's certainly going to factor into my ultimate decision without a doubt. Greg Valentino is doing a great job, but he's got his live show, he's got a weekly show, he does stuff with Generation Iron and other projects, and he's a great guy. He's doing a great job. We're very proud of him. But moving forward, my go-to guy will be Chris. Now, aside from that, also, Andrea Leclerc doing a fantastic job. Her debut actually drops today, which is called On the Hook, and it's available at ironmag.com. Andrea is from the New England area. She trains with Krista Goon Griffin. She's an NPC competitor. She's lived abroad. She's got a lot to talk about, so you don't want to miss that. We got Teresa Ivanchik, IFBB pro, women's bodybuilder. She's from the Pittsburgh area. She's a gym owner. She's a pro athlete. She works with Olympia Tans. She's at all the big competitions, and she's doing a fantastic job. We've got John Haynoski, King of the Jungle, live from the Lion's Den out there in Erie, Pennsylvania. His show focuses on arm wrestling, MMA, and Moto X, and that show's doing real well also. So, I mean, the roster is just all expansive. It's just getting better and better. IronMag.com is firing on all cylinders. So it's a good time. It's a good day to be Iron Mag Labs. So today I want to talk a little bit about, of course, people are talking a lot about the news that the Olympia, the fans will become a judge. And I think that's fantastic. I do a lot of stuff here in the Mid-Atlantic zone. I go to a lot of the shows, and I'm always seeing how the NPC is constantly listening to the athletes and listening to the fans and constantly trying to put forth the very best in amateur bodybuilding, and the same can be said, same thing is said, I'm saying it, about the IFB Pro League. And this is an amazing, amazing piece of news. This is an amazing addition to an already spectacular show. I gotta say, David Pecker and Mr. Jim Mannion, I mean, just fantastic, idea. And one thing I think that people are going to be a little surprised at, though, is because I think we've reached a point where people are getting a little bit bored with Phil Heath. And it's not that they're bored with his physique or his posing. I think they're just bored in the sense that he's won 7 in a row. We had the same thing with the Chicago Bulls. We've had the same thing with Ronnie Coleman. Jay actually losing the title in 08, that interruption actually made it very interesting, believe it or not. But nobody would intentionally say, well, I'm going to go out. I don't want to win one of those Olympias. You want to win every Olympia you can win. I mean, it's the most important title in the sport of bodybuilding all around the world. It's the only title that determines the number one, whether it's bodybuilding, physique, figure, bikini. It's the most coveted title. So no one's going to say, well, to make things interesting, I wouldn't mind losing one. Hell no, you don't want to lose a single one. You want to get as many as you can. I mean, was made interesting, I think, because he lost it that one time and he came back and won it, which had never been done before. But after so many back-to-back wins, uninterrupted wins, people get a little bit bored because they want to see someone else come in. But I think what's going to happen is that when the people's choice, when the people are allowed to give their vote, I think a lot of the Ramy fans especially going to be shocked, because Phil's got a lot of fans. And, I don't even know if they're bored. I think people want to see a different champion, just because they want someone to, they want to see someone topple Phil, but they also want to see Phil come back and win it again. I think Phil has a lot more fans than people think. Kai's got, I think, a little bit more, because Kai does more international stuff, but those guys are both pretty damn popular. And I think when it comes down to even between Big Ramy and Phil, I know the Ramy guys are going to go nuts and they're going to scream. Every Ramy fan's going to scream as if there were 5 people, but Phil's people are going to scream too. Phil's got a lot of people. And the thing is, I like Big Ramy. I met Big Ramy at Jim Mannion's IFB Pro League Pittsburgh Pro and NPC Pittsburgh Championships. He gave me an interview. One of the nicest, most humble, down-to-earth, real people. But you guys have to understand that, when I say he's not yet ready to be Mr. Olympia, and if I was to say, not that I am saying, but if I was ever to say that he could never be a Mr. Olympia, that is not saying that I don't like the guy. Everyone, every country, every continent of the world, everybody comes to Las Vegas each and every year for each and every division to battle for the top spot. Everybody wants to be number one. So if I was to say that one person out of the 6 billion that live on this planet may not be yet ready, that is not saying I don't like the guy. I like the guy a lot, okay? He's a really good guy. He's brought his physique up. He speaks practically fluent English now, which 5 years ago was, a daunting task, okay? If you speak German and you go to English, or you speak Dutch and you go to English, or hell, you even go to Spanish and you go to English, which, Spanish is a Romance language and English is a Germanic-based tongue. But even still, I think personally that going from Arabic or Farsi or Russian or Chinese to English, I think is harder than going from Spanish to English. I really do. And especially if you have a Germanic background, going to English is a cinch. Just like if you're from Spain and you all of a sudden move to France, yeah, it's a different language. You're going to pick it up pretty quick because they're both Romance languages. So the fact that Ramy was able to really work at that English the way that he has, and that the fact that his English is not like, I would like to have a cup of coffee. It's like, I don't even know how to do it. Cheerio, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. It's not like he learned from some Australian program or some British program. It's not like he memorized the old cassettes from Berlitz or something. He speaks conversational American English. So not only did he learn English, but he learned English not from a to speak like some English professor in Cambridge. He it's conversational, and that's what's important, because it used to be that people didn't like those that were Eurocentric, European centric, but now it's all about the United States, guys. We may not have the strongest economy. Hell, our money may not be backed by gold or silver. And, but the reality of the matter is everybody wants to speak our language, and everybody wants to wear our clothes, and everybody wants to eat our food, and everybody wants to live like an American. Even though, on the economy side, we really don't have a pot to piss in. And, but nonetheless, we got it going on. We're living large. Fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, but really though, seriously, on the real though, our foreign debts don't matter because nobody can force us to pay. Who's going to force us to pay? But the thing is, what I'm trying to say here, my friends, my dearly beloved friends, is that we are number one, and everybody wants to be number one. And the fact that someone learned English the way that he learned English, and the fact that he's such a great ambassador, and the fact that he's going all around the world and he's building a fan base, these are all great things. But unless he has ripped glutes and a insane glute hamstring tie-in, when he turns around, unless he's jaw-dropping impressive, and unless he comes in with 20 pounds less of weight, then I don't think that he is yet ready to be Mr. Olympia. That having been said, second or third, that's amazing. And that's a great place to be. And that's why I was so sad when I saw that my, I don't want to say my hero because it's kind of cheesy, but one of my favorite bodybuilders, Sean Roden, went from second to fifth. But, whatever, it is what it is. Fifth is, look, as long as you're in the top 6, you're good. But if you're in the top 2, it's better. You know what I'm saying? It's better. But I already owe Ron Harris 2 drinks. So what's a third? I'll just say Roden again. Phil won't talk to me. It was the weirdest thing at the, I don't remember the name of the hotel, but it was a host hotel for the Pittsburgh Pro. And it was 6 people. Myself, Hector Mendoza, Nathan DeAsha. Who else was there? Myself, Nathan DeAsha, Hector. There was somebody else. And then Phil and his girl. And Phil, did not say one word to me. Nothing. You know how awkward that is? You're in a group of 6 people and everyone's talking to each other, and he did not say a word to me. Oh, and Sean was there. That was the person I wasn't remember. Sean Flex, Sean Roden was there. And before Phil came up, even told me, he's still kind of sore at you that you said I was going to win. Like that. Can you believe that? I mean, come on, man. Okay, you blocked me on Twitter, you blocked me on Instagram, okay, but there's a group of 6 people, man, and we talked for a good 10-15 minutes, and he would not even look at me, bro. He wouldn't even look in my direction. Man, that was awkward. But anyways, so yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, with the people's choice. I think a lot more people than you think are going to support and root for Phil, and I think Phil's going to win 8. And contrary to the old popular 70s show, 8 is not enough, because I think that Phil is going to continue on for 10 or 12 or however many more he wants. He's got no injuries, and he's structurally flawless, and nobody's beaten Phil Heath.